Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Noob Wrestling After Hours. I'm your host, Nick. Today, we got something really cool for you. What is lucha libre? What is a luchador? And with me today, I got Mysticin. Did I say that right, brother?
Yes, sir. You got it
Uh,
right.
Beautiful, brother. So, people just discovering you today for the first time. Who is Mysticin?
Mysticin is basically a luchador that basically is based off of hard work, honor, respect, and also mystic energy. Mystic energy can be around us and within us, and that's where uh, the sole purpose of Mysticin is the spiritual energy within.
Dude, that's cool, man. I mean, lucha stuff has always fascinated me, just because it's so steeped in like energy, and it spills out to like the fighting style, the wrestling style, the honor. Something just something it just speaks to me. So I'm very excited for this interview, man. Um, how did you get into wrestling? Like, how did that start?
Well, first it all started with everyone else. We all started wrestling in the backyard, and once I started wrestling with my friends, I just discovered that it's like I wanted to do this. It's like most of them they all just went and go, just stopped watching wrestling and stuff like that. I kept going on even if I had to wrestle by myself with the imaginary ghost people and stuff. But um throughout high school people told me like I couldn't do it because I was small, that I was too skinny and
You wouldn't be the
once
first luchador that got told that.
Yep. And once I discovered one show that happened on one day, I just went to that show and heard that they were doing also training after. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna achieve this dream, and I'm gonna prove the people wrong that have doubted me, telling me that I couldn't do it. And 11 years later, here I am.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome, bro. That's It seems like that's how it always seems to start, including our story. Me and my daughter, we were at a fair. There was a midget wrestling going on. We watched it, and ever since then, my daughter's been wrestling, 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 dragged me into it. And I'm very creative myself. I like to write and stuff. And wrestling to me is just like the beautiful mashup between sports and like Shakespearean storytelling just put together, and it's absolutely beautiful.
Oh, there's nothing more to tell than when wrestling just gives you that when you're hooked on it, when you're hooked on like cheering for the good guy and bullying the bad guy.
Yep, no, absolutely. Um, you went over what's the story with your name, but what kind of wrestler are you trying to become?
The story that I'm just trying to become, I'm still looking for myself within because, like I said, Mysticing can be anything and everything. But what I want to do is just be that fighting warrior. I want to present myself as that luchador that everyone else is presenting themselves. Like everyone has that warrior spirit, but I want to show that this warrior right here can go up against the odds, especially when it comes to guys that are bigger than me. And trust me, I was like, I have faced titans way, way up taller than me, and I'm like, okay, warrior spirit.
How tall are you?
I am a 5'6".
Okay, okay. I mean, I'm 5'10", so yeah, no, you're, and I'm
Yeah,
like kind of average, kind of just below average. So no, dude, that's cool. I mean, hey, dude, big package, big gifts come in small packages, man. So
thank
that's
you.
awesome. No, absolutely, brother. I mean, hell yeah. I mean, dude, Rey Mysterio. I mean, there was a time where they didn't think he was going to do it, and he went out there and he sold it and made it believable. And he's getting older now, but he's still out there doing it, and it's just incredible to watch him.
Hey, as Conan said, he is a scarecrow because he's outstanding in his field, and look what happened. He is now a WWE Hall of Famer.
Yep. Yeah.
And
No,
he's still out
absolutely.
there.
He's still doing it. I mean, dude, the stuff he does still, I'm just in there going, bro, I'm 31. I'd be hurting really bad doing that.
Oh yeah, trust me.
Yeah. So going into the next segment, titled, I called it Family Affair, your fourth generation. Tell me a little bit about who came before you.
Well, I'm related to the God of Dynasty. Basically, um, if you look up on the internet El Cobarde Jr., that basically it spells the coward in Spanish. My uncle is a wrestler who has been wrestling for a long time, and uh from that came from his brother who took on the mantle of his name, but instead of taking the full, he went by El Cobarde Jr. And then my uncle before him became Del Hijo El Cobarde Jr. And then for my cousins, and then to me.
Ah, that's cool. Did you feel pressured at all to like wrestle because of like there were so many people before you? I mean, were you kind of like, hey, you need to wrestle?
No, when I discovered that I was part of wrestling, like wrestling royalty, uh, I never had that pressure. Um, what I always wanted to do was just go out there and just wrestle because, like all of us, like we just want to just step foot in that ring and just feel like the heroes, like the guys that we watch in TV. And with my family's legacy, it's like I never wanted to like step part on their legacy because that's something that they built on their heart, their blood, sweat, and tears on that. I wanted to make a name for myself, so I wanted to basically do the same thing with my own blood, sweat, and tears, even if it almost kills me. But overall, yeah, wrestling has been one hell of the best thing I've ever done in my life, and I have no regrets at all.
No, man, absolutely. I mean, there's when I'm doing these interviews, there's a little bit of jealousy that like, hey, I wish,
Thank
if
you.
I could do that because that'd be like the coolest thing ever. Um, what's like who's been like your biggest supporter? So I mean, you said cousins, uncles. I mean, it sounds like almost like a an USO type of family where like, hey, everyone is related and doing it.
Yeah, well, the biggest support has to be two people, which were my mom, who is one of been my biggest supporters, who actually has told me that I was related to these guys, and two, who's no longer here, would be my grandpa, who helped me came up with my name in the first place.
Yeah,
And
no, that's cool.
those two were the biggest supporters of all time, and from then on, it's like to me they'll always be like my number one fan in the very beginning.
Yeah, no, I mean, dude, like, that's cool because I've talked to some people where their parents weren't too keen on it and said go get a real job, blah blah blah. So it's really cool to see that you had support from very early on. That's pretty cool.
Oh no, trust me, it's like with my mom. Oh, it was hard to keep that woman in her seat every time, like because every time, like if I get hurt, she always goes and gets too close to the accident. I'm like, Mom, I can't wait.
Yep, yep, yep. I know how that is. My mom, she passed away about a year ago, but she'd do it to me at work. She'd come in, oh, where's Nick? Are you okay? Is everything fine? I'm like, yeah, I got it, mom. I'm working, okay, but I appreciate you, but I got it from here. Um, no, you got a really unique bloodline. So you got, luchadors, um, mostly known, I guess. May correct me if I'm wrong, but Mexican. But you said you're Native American as well. Tell me a little bit about the that.
All right, so from when people look at me, they look at me like the typical Mexican. But as soon as I explain to them what race I'm mixed with, they're like, okay, now I see what uh what you're mixed with now. So far, from my mom's side, I am Mexican and Native American, and from my dad's side, I am Puerto Rican, African, and Irish, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, just a mix of everything. I mean, what I think is so cool about that is though, so I'm a big Zorro fan. Like all the older Zorros, I love that stuff, and that
Yeah,
is almost very similar because it's Spanish California, so it's got that Hispanic Mexican like influence, but he's also helping the Native Americans in most of the adaptations of the character. So it's really cool that like you kind of like that blend of both. So
yeah,
that's cool.
and like it was kind of hard to make. yeah, other indigenous people, like the other natives, know that I was Native American because they thought that first when I was wearing the Native American headdress, they thought I was doing it because I wanted to look cool, and I told them like, no, it's like my family is part Native American, and I literally had to explain to them. It's like I don't know what tribe I am, but I did show them that my aunt was Native American, and I believe she was Navajo, I believe. But from what tribe I'm part of, I simply do not
Now, could a DNA test tell you that, or like how would that work?
know. I think it would, but I would have to go and check that out. But all I know is that from my family's Native Americans, that I guess like that part was lost in like into time. So like I would understand, but they have told me it's like yes, we're part Native American and we do go to powwows and stuff. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm like, I've never been to a powwow, but I actually would like to go.
Yeah, no, dude, absolutely. See everything you can. You only live once. Um,
Yeah.
lucha culture. Let's get into that. So, for viewers that are
Okay.
watching that may not understand, what is lucha libre? What does it mean? Why the mask? Like, if you could get into some of that.
Okay, so the mask is not a piece of fabric or anything like this. Like, yes, people might look it that way, but for us luchadors, it's basically sacred. It's like our armor. It's our 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 safety to protect our identity. Um, some even has like longer legacies that have built up. Like, look at El Santos, Blue Demon, uh, Mil Máscaras. It's like you look at all these wrestlers right here, especially my uncles. Their mask has been there for the longest time, and for us, lucha libre is like a religion. Every time we step foot in the ring, it's basically like we're giving up mass, and the people are sitting there. It's basically church, and they're there for that mass.
Mm.
So lucha libre is very, very important to us because it's not just a something that we just go out there and put our bodies on. Like, it's basically our code of honor, our sacred oath, our basically religion that we love to do. No matter like how many people say it's like, oh, well, why you always wear a mask? Like with me, people always ask me, it's like, why you always wear a mask? You're handsome under this thing. It's like, well, because this mask right here is basically my armor, and plus, it's like a lot of people will recognize this handsome face under it.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, it's almost again, don't mean to keep bringing up Zorro, but like a lot like Zorro. Hey, he wore a mask. He was a handsome dude. He wore it because it was part of his identity and his ability to be able to go out there and fight and defend and do all that. So it's very similar parallels there.
And then not only that, like if I was the good guy, people would just try to follow me everywhere I go. And if you were the bad guy, you're basically enemy number one, especially in Mexico. Trust me, I heard of like a lot of stories. But yeah, if you were the bad guy, some of the bad guys will walk outside without their mask just so people won't recognize them.
Crazy. That's nuts. Just going grocery shopping or getting gas or something.
Yeah.
um. So I guess so. Go get into, if you don't mind, get into the fighting style of lucha libre. Like why that style? Like the high
Um.
flying off the ropes.
Well, to me, it just feels natural. I'm guessing it's just because of my bloodline or my family's legacy, it just kind of clicked to me. And the Lucha Libre, just seeing like how all these guys do all the flips and stuff, and like it's just like art. Like you just can't help but just keep your eye because the moment that you blink, you just miss the best part ever.
Yep.
And with Lucha Libre, it's fast paced, but also very old school when it comes to like with the chain wrestling and also with the storytelling that comes with it. Like if you see like two guys going at it, but they hate each other, where they're wrestling for their match, that right there, if they lose their mask, it's like it's death to their character, or it's basically like a small change into their life. But with Lucha, it's just magical. With the Lucha style that I go with Lucha and also mixed with Japanese strong with Lucha. Basically, Puerto is cool. It's basically Lucha strong.
Gotcha. Dude, yeah, that's cool. I mean, so I'm a baseball guy as well. I kind of put the pair. I always like to make parallels to baseball and things that I can relate to. So as a baseball guy, um, some of the best, most smooth baseball players ever are Dominicans and Puerto Ricans. It just
Yeah.
comes like supernatural and smooth, and it's almost like you said, art. It's just so beautiful and smooth. Um, when you watching like luchadors wrestle, it is just so exciting. I mean, it's up, down, jump, twirl, spins. You got like the big brawlers like the Bronson Reeds and that do a lot of like, just jumping and plowing and big swinging. There's something very just smooth and elegant, I guess. Again, a lot like Zora with the sword fighting. It's very romantic, very refined, very, very beautiful to watch, but deadly at the same time.
Yes, like with Lucha, think of like how Zoro swing his sword. Basically, when you see the high flying stuff and like all the head scissors and everything, think of like Zoro swinging the sword. It has to be the smoothest cut. Like you had like with Lucha, I think luchadors are basically like the blade. They're smooth with it, especially with the old timers. Oh man, those guys, I don't know how they're still able to freaking move like that, but they just move with so much elegance, especially for their age.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, back to Rey Mysterio. He doesn't look like he's old when
No.
it's smooth, elegant, beautiful, precise, sells it, does it, and it's incredible. I mean, some of the moves he's still able to do. It's like I don't know how he does it. It's gotta be DNA. It's just he's gotta be born to do it.
It has to be either the genetics because it's like he's still going on and doing this. Like people thought that he was gonna retire like at the age of 48 or 50, and he's doing that at the age of 51. I'm like, he still has a lot to prove. Like even though he gets injured a lot, but he still has a lot of proof. But I'm hoping that he has one more good match where he lays it all in the ring and he knows that I did my job and I can finally just leave the ring in peace.
Now, do you think now I don't know, you would know better, so pardon the ignorant question if it comes off sounding dumb. If he so say he was to do that, would he take the mask off in the ring at the end and lay it down?
Honestly, uh, from what I just know, that these were just rumors that I heard from like YouTube and everything. But Rey Mysterio kind of made a deal that if he ever retired, then he would take off the mask because he made a deal with the Lucha board over there in Mexico that even though he lost his mask in WCW, it wasn't a fully sanctioned match like how they would do it over there in Mexico. When Mexico over there, would basically have to sign like papers, waivers, things like I solemnly swear that if I lose, I can never wear this mask again, and make a promise that I can never wear another mask. I mean, other wrestlers can wear a different mask and go as a different character, but they cannot wear that specific mask that they love.
So like
But
the
with Rey
cross, the
Mysterio,
one with the cross and all that.
yeah. But with Rey Mysterio, I guess that the deal was for him when he went to WWE. When Vince asked him if he could bring the mask back, the deal was that for the Lucha community, that if he ever retires, then I believe would have to take off his mask and just lay it out right there. But those were just rumors that I heard from the internet.
Mhm.
We,
Yeah. No, I mean, picture how much that'd go for at auction. I'm a collector of a bunch of memorabilia. That would be that would be absolutely nuts.
Rey Mysterio is like one of my all-time favorites, and like I would like to like just get one of his masks because that one right there will complete me, fully complete me.
Yeah. No, speaking of masks, so I like Penta a lot, and I was online looking at Penta masks, and there were some cheapy ones, but the one I really, really, really liked, of course, had to be like $100, and it was made in Mexico by this lady that all she does is make lucha masks. I forgot the name. I'll share it with you after the podcast. But all she does is make lucha masks for dudes and stuff. It is, I'll tell you, dude, just holding it, the detail, the quality, it blew me away. It's got the little like beaded things on it that like change color and stuff. Absolutely beautiful mask.
the one thing I love about the luchador mask is like the material that is sewn onto it, like the reflective material, the shiny material, like with this one right here, one of my masks right here, it has that nice reflective red material that almost shines like a ruby.
Mhm.
Like this is so freaking cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's again, it's just again, it's part of that steep history and culture. You got the quality, you got the detail. It means something. I can tell just by looking at this what the lady that made it really cared about it looking good, and it's
Yeah,
incredible looking.
like with people with who make their masks, like who basically put that fine detail. It's like they don't just look at it and just like, okay, I'm just gonna put whatever. It's like I seen like a lot of like guys who sell the masks, and I'm like, this is from Mysterio, this is Mystico. Like it barely looks like it, and I'm okay, it's like not gonna buy this. But like when you see like those guys who sell like full on like pro wrestling masks where it looks like they actually got it from the wrestler themselves, or if the wrestler just like goes and buys it from them, I'm like, yay, here's $50. I'll buy this mask from you.
Yeah, yeah, no, I mean, again, it's art. It's part of the elegance. It's part of the beauty. Every single detail means something down to the designs.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yes, like with the mask, like I'm like a big mask guy. Like I even asked like another luchador uh if I could hold on to his mask and look at just the fine material. The material itself is just like he just wonders like where do you find this material because this looks awesome, or like who's the mask person because like they freaking get it down with the finest detail. So where it's just like you just can't help but just even admiring the stitching itself.
Yeah. No, no, exactly. I mean, I turned this thing inside out. It's got double padding inside, and there wasn't there wasn't one thing skipped, and it's worth every bit of the $100 I paid for it. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'll show you. I'll send you pictures after this. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. The detail, it's incredible. Like you said, it looks like it came off of him. Like it's like he handed it to
So,
me. It's that beautiful. That it's got some weight to it. It's not like a cheap toy. It was done really, really well.
yeah.
Next segment is going to be coming of age. Tell me some of the struggles you had early on, especially being on the smaller side.
Ah, man, the struggle was, uh, just kind of just like prove people wrong that I did belong here because people looked at me thinking that, oh, like he's just here just to treat it as a hobby, or he's just here because he wants to live like, the WWE life. Like he just wants to just get in the ring just to be famous. I'm like, no, it's like I had to prove a lot of people wrong, especially like my former teachers that, I wanted to do this, that I was hungry for this, that I wanted to prove that a small guy like myself can get in this ring and do what you guys can do. And once they the best thing that I've ever, like, learned was also the patience of that, because thanks to that patience, one of my teachers came up to me and he said, "Hey, I just want to be honest with you. It's like we never thought that you were ever actually gonna like stick around or keep doing this. It's like you just proved us wrong." And I'm like, that right there made all that hard work that I've done and like put the sacrifices of like sacrificing my body and time with my family and friends. It was like all worth it right there at
Yeah.
the end.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not a wrestler, but in my professional life, there's been times where a lot of people doubted whether I could do something. I hung in there, I grinded it out, I proved them wrong, and good things come to those that work hard. I like to think I work very hard. I got a family that I love and need to support. So I mean, I'm grinding at work all the time just to get it done, man, just to put food on the table, give them a better life, and that's kind of my goal. So, um, anytime so there's 2 things you can do, right? You got people that can get butthurt and go, "Oh, okay, well, if I'm done then, screw this," and they leave. Then you got the guys that sit there and go, "Nah, man, I can do it. Imma show you," and they grind it out, and they end up doing it. Again, I really
Yeah.
think most of it's mental, man. I mean, I really think most people are lazy and are quitters and they don't see the potential because they don't want to deal with any sort of little controversy or a little bump in the road. And the craziest part to me, man, some of these bumps in the road are this big. If they just pushed just a little bit more, they could have got to where they wanted to be. It's awesome.
Yeah, trust me, it's like I have seen like a lot of guys uh come and go and they feel like all motivated, but once they see the harsh reality that comes with this, they're like, "Oh, I honestly don't want to do this no more because it's these guys basically just killed the fun off of wrestling." I'm like, well, it's like you see it that way, but like from what I see, it's like I see that you have that potential, and you shouldn't listen to what they say because it's like they're just testing it. It's like
Mhm.
that little bump in the road. It's just a test. If you could either go through it or try going around it, but don't let it try stopping you. Because at the end, it's like if it let it stop you, then you're just gonna let them win or prove them it's like, oh yeah, this guy just by looking at him, he wasn't gonna make it. And I had to prove that to a lot of people that I really wanted this. Like there was times where when training was like even a little bit too hard where I get frustrated. Like when we were practicing hitting the ropes when I was running them, I messed up, but after training, I would always go back into the ring and start running and hitting the ropes again. And he's like, okay, now I see. It's like now I got like my rhythm of how hitting the ropes, and from then on, I kept doing the grind, and I proved that I wasn't lazy. I just wanted to do this for just the love of the sport.
Yeah. No, I mean, hey, I mean that's noble and honorable, and it's you gotta love what you're doing. I would like to. I was a big baseball player when I was young. I would be playing a game. Dad would bring me home, and what was I doing? I was out in the backyard hitting wiffle balls. And people are like, "You just played a game." I'm like, "Yeah, but I love it. I want to do better, and I'm not going to get better if I don't keep doing this." And I would be out there for hours after a game, just hitting wiffle balls, playing, just trying to get better in any way I can. It's you really got to love what you're doing, and if you don't, you're not going to make it. Honestly.
Yeah. Like when people ask me, it's like, why do I look at my matches? It's like, it's because I know that there's some spots where I'm like, "Oh, man, I could've done that better. Okay, that spot right there was cool. Oh, maybe I can add this move into this move." It's like people look at me and like, "Why do you keep watching wrestling? Why do you keep looking at yourself wrestling?" Because it's like and not only are studying other people's craft, I'm also studying mine and what I can add and evolve. Because
Yeah,
that's the best thing for wrestling is evolving.
no, I mean it absolutely is. I mean, again, someone it speaks to your wrestling IQ that you're able to care that much and that you're watching your own videos and tearing yourself apart, watching every little thing. Hey, what did I do? I did that wrong. There's a good chance a lot of people watching didn't even catch it, but you're going to catch it, you're going to address it, and it's going to make you better. And then the next time it happens, you're not going to do it, and you'll just that's in my opinion, that's just how you build better as a baseball guy too, watching video. Hey, how was I pitching? Was my arm here? Was my arm here when I was throwing? Where am I releasing the ball? People that watch themselves understand the moves and the physicality of it, not only just in general, but with their own body. Like, so there might be a move, maybe tell me if I'm wrong, that maybe you think you can do, and you might be able to do it well, but because of some whatever reason, it might look goofy, and you're like, oh, you know what? I'm not even gonna do that anymore because it doesn't look good. It's really cool that you care about how good it looks.
Yeah, even when I look in some of my matches, even the bad matches, I learned to just you know what? It's like, okay, it's like from this I learned from my mistakes and I get better each and every time. And that's why I keep telling everyone who first starts out, it's like learn from each bad match that you have so you know that you could be better in the next one.
Yeah. Again, you're not sure. I can watch a video of me hitting a home run. What's that doing for me other than stroking my ego? I want to watch the at bats where I struck out. So what was I doing wrong? Was I chasing the pitch? Was it too low? Was it too high? What can I do to make it better? So and that's really cool because wrestling, there's a lot of ego. There's a lot of I'm the
Oh
best.
yes, a lot of it to the point where I just look at them like, dude, just shut up.
Yeah. No, I mean I guess it's just like any profession. You got those that think that they're the best at it. Um
Yeah.
Have you ever tried, like, humbling someone, like, in the ring that, like, maybe, you don't have to tell me, but was there ever a guy or someone, you don't have to give me names, but, like, really ticked you off and you gave him a receipt?
Uh, Honestly, yes, and also kind of no, because with me, it's like this. Like at first, I didn't know what a receipt was until someone told me. It's like no, it's like if someone hits you, you give it back to them. I'm like, I could do that. It's like, and I don't get in trouble for it. It's like no, it's like if you did it on purpose, you do it. But yeah, there has been a few people that has had their egos like so far up on their head to where I'm like, dude, it's like what happened to you? You used to be so humble, and now it's like you just become so well, not the guy that used to just like love this because oh, you're just here just to get famous. It's like no, you just love the craft. But yeah, there has been a lot of guys, especially one who still to this day is so like his ego is so up there where he thinks he's the best because he is a champion and everything else. But I'm like this, like you're a champion, but guess what? You can still lose that championship, and guess what? What's gonna happen then? Your ego is just gonna be broken, or you're just gonna say, "Oh, well, I'm still good." It's like, no, no, you're
Y
not.
yeah. No, I mean, I think, one of the keys to life and wrestling characters too is everyone knows how to win and how to act when they win. It's how do you act when you lose? Are you
One,
generous? Are you, honorable? I like the guys that lose stand up and give them the other guy a handshake and you're like, "You know what? I respect it." And that's just how I feel like it should be.
yeah, especially when it comes to like when it comes to title changes. Um, some guys really don't want to lose that championship because uh they're like, yeah, I worked so hard for this. Why are they gonna take it away from you? Because it's like you hold it for so long. It's time for someone to hold that championship. It's like you already did your part. It's like there will be other times where you can win it. With me, if they tell me it's like, yeah, you're gonna drop the championship, I'm like, that's fine by me. Who am I gonna drop it to? That guy has worked hard. He has busted his ass so hard uh for his career. It's like, guess what? It's like he's gonna win this championship, and I will not disagree with you on your choice because I see the hard work that these other guys have put in. Like, there's so many people where I see it's like future champion, future tag team champions. Uh, like with me, I can see myself as a future champion, but I can see myself as that stepping stool for this person to become the best champion they could ever be. I humble myself, but I also honor myself because if I didn't treat myself like how the other guys have treated me, then I know I would just be worse like them. Always like, oh, well, you're not up here, you're still down here.
Mhm.
And a lot of people just disagree because they see my hard work put into the ring. And it came to a point where it's like, okay, yeah, you know what, we're going to put the belt on you.
And that's the thing, man. People see that. I think like a lot of arrogant people don't understand that. How you lose is so important. If I was the writer or however it goes and you lose the title, people are watching the person that lost and how they reacted just as much as they're watching the person that won. And if you show quality and character, the fans are going to get behind you and then you're going to get another shot. And when it does happen, everyone's going to be standing and cheering, going crazy for you. So,
Yes, because that's like, because losing a championship, that just builds the character. Because it's like each loss is still a win. Why? Because you're showing people that in the back that you are still a fighting champion, even if you lose.
yeah. No, I mean, I was looking at your social media. I'm a pretty massive Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
And I think you are too, right? From what I was looking at.
Oh, most definitely, I am a huge Star Wars fan.
So I mean, so the Luke Skywalker character, he's not as big of a badass in Return of the Jedi if he doesn't get his hand chopped off and lose to Darth Vader in Empire Strikes Back. So you need a loss sometimes to make your win so much better.
And then let's see about freaking Anakin Skywalker. He went from losing to Obi-Wan, becoming Darth Vader, and then redeeming himself by defeating the Emperor. And that right there, you just build the best character arc ever in each character that you know. Like with me, it's like I'm a huge Darth Vader fan because there's nothing more Vader than a redemption story.
Yeah, correct. No, and his Darth Vader's story is incredibly Shakespearean level epic. He
Yeah,
had an innocent boy, the chosen one, hyped up to be the super badass. Feels like he's not living up to the potential of being that badass 'cause he's being held back. And then you got the very human element of, he doesn't want his wife to die. I don't think anyone wants their wife to die. And I think that's what makes his character so compelling is that everyone that watches it put in the same situation, they might be become Darth Vader, and I think that's what's so human about that story.
yeah, because like if with my character, it's like if you don't show that human emotion, it's like then what story you're trying to tell?
No, exactly, 100%. Um, Frank Stone, how do you know Frank Stone? Tell me about how you could know,
Oh
the
man,
school and
how?
everything.
So I met Frank Stone in the year somewhere between close to where the pandemic has almost like where it was okay for everyone to go out and okay, you're good to go, just wear a mask and everything. So I met him at this place called Relentless Fitness. It was a boxing gym. And he came up to us and said, "Hey, can I train with you guys?" And the other guy says, "Yeah, sure, just come on in." So when Frank saw how our tie-up was, he's like, "Stop, stop, stop!" It's like, guys, it's like I'm sorry to say this, but the tie-up was shit. And from then on, I listened to his advice because the man has been in the business. He's been in tryouts in WWE. He has been in TNA. He's been in AEW. Like he's been all over the world. So well, all over the wrestling. Where I'm just like, this man knows his knowledge, and he also knows a lot of people who has taught him. And I'm like, I'm gonna stick with this guy right here because it's like I want to learn from the very best to become what he is not like a big guy, but like to become the guy who is still knowledgeable
Yeah,
and also to pass on the knowledge that he's passing on to me. And from then on, growing up with the nation and being part with the nation, especially with Frank, it has been literally one of the best things in my wrestling career, but mostly in my life because with each and every wrestling company that I've been in, it was always politics or who's better or it's always that family business. But with Frank and the Nation, they once they tell you something, you just have to get it back. You have to follow orders. You have to follow what they need from that character, from you. And honestly, if I could go back in time, I would do it all over again. But I would basically join up with the Nation a lot more sooner than later.
yeah. No, I mean, hey, I got the opportunity to have him on the podcast a couple weeks ago, and what an absolutely impressive dude. One, not I know he wants to be the tough guy persona, but one, I could tell what an absolute sweetheart of a man. That guy, I could tell, is super kind. He's tough. He's I've s this might come off really strange, so sorry, Frank, if you're watching, but he comes off like the dad everyone wishes they had. Cares,
Yeah,
pushes you hard, expects the best, tells you when you do well, but also tells you when you mess up and pushes you to be the best. I have nothing but the greatest admiration for Frank. I'm a massive fan. I've been following ever since we met him. I've been watching old videos, doing everything I can to learn about him and watch his interviews and just how he carries himself. He carries himself as such a professional. Um, it was really impressive to be able to sit down and talk. It was humbling too that someone that's done some WWE, AEW, and done everything that he did was willing to sit down and again show me that kindness. I'll never forget it. I mean, it's incredible. I think the world of him.
yeah. Like Frank Stone, like to me, like he's basically the father figure of wrestling to me because everywhere he goes, it's like you can't help but like just feel his energy, and when like he starts laughing or when he starts giving you the advice, it's like it's that feeling of having that father figure just telling you that he believes in us. Like with me, he tells me a lot that it's like you could do a lot better. You could do this. It's like I need you to do more of this, and I'm like, yes, sir. And it's like no complaints about Frankstone at all because it's like Frank is the most kindest and the most sweetest human being you could ever meet. He might come as rough, but at the end, it's like he just shows that he cares for not only you, but also for the business because he sees the future in everybody, especially in the nation of wrestling. He's a he's a lot of potential in everybody, and you just can't help but just be just like, man, it's like I wish I could have met this man sooner because this right here is a human being who just not only just loves the business, but he treats us like family. And a lot of, like I've been through like a lot of wrestling companies, and when they use the words like, "Oh yeah, we're like family," it's like it's really not like that. But with Frank, he does not uh he does not BS on that. He
Mhm.
literally would treat you like the little brother, little sister, or the son right there because he knows that he believes in us, and
Yeah.
that's the one thing I think if you are listening to this, uh, for me is thank you for always just pushing me because when you first met me, my tie-ups and everything else was basically just absolute dog crap. But from then on, like he has taught me how the business is, how to just basically wrestle, and he has shown like so much uh dedication to just say like, you know what, hey, I know you can do this because I believe in you. And when I joined up with Nation, from then on, it's like everything that he has said, he doesn't sugarcoat it, but he will be firm. But at the end, he just shows that he cares. Frank, if you're listening to this, sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean, let me, I think the other part that is so impressive, right? So, a lot of times we'll find that mentor that's like that, but they're just the mentor. They're not like the owner and running it and doing all that. So, the fact that he's treating people like that while on top of having to worry about the product, it's incredible. He's able to balance both, the management side of the academy and all that, and also be able to treat people like human beings because he's got a reputation to lose if people don't step
Yeah,
up and do their job. So the fact that he's able
yeah,
to navigate that between the business and treating people good and seeing the potential, not sugarcoating, but keeping it grounded and treating people like human beings, it's so impressive. I mean, I really can't say enough about him.
yeah. And it's not just him; it's also Queens and everyone else. But both him and Queens, those guys right there, the product that they built up, the vision that they see, and the vision that they see with you in it telling the story, is like it's more than just wrestling. Wrestling is just like just this right here with the nation. You tell a good story, and right here with thanks to the mentor of Frank and thanks to the beautiful mind of Queen who gives us our stories. These guys right here basically are the magic makers, and we're just right there to just give out that perfect, beautiful play that we're just showing because
Yeah,
they're the ones who are telling the story. And honestly, it's like I just love those guys so much because the moment that we start talking about it, I'm just like so hooked on everything that they visualize. I'm like, please tell me more. I'm like,
yeah. No, I mean, dude, it's exactly how you said. Again, I mentioned it's a mashup between Shakespeare and sports. I mean, they're telling a story and they're utilizing you to fit the story and tell something awesome and epic. And whether you're the villain, the sidekick, the whatever, the up and comer, the hero, everyone's got a part to play. Now, say you might have a little part, right? You might just be the new guy and they're giving you a tiny role. That tiny role matters because that's going to help sell the middle guy, and the middle guy is going to help sell the big guy. And everyone wants everyone to succeed because if everyone succeeds, the brand succeeds. And when the brand succeeds, there's more opportunity to grow. And I think a lot of people don't understand that.
yes, and like for like anyone who's starting up, and like this is for me telling everyone, every small part is a big part because you play a key role in this story. It's like don't see it as a small little part because that small little part, you're still part of the big story. It's that you're part of this big role. Don't think of it seeing it this small. See it like this big because without you, this story would not go as smoothly as it would.
Yeah. No, I mean, absolutely. That leads us into getting here towards the end. We'll start wrapping it up here soon. Um, Aspirations. What are your long term goals?
My long term goals for right now is just to keep wrestling until maybe 10 to 15 years until I feel like, you know what, it's like it's time to hang up the boots. But the long term is that I want to pass on my mantle onto someone who is worthy to hold on to my mat. And I think I have found a successor, and I know when the time comes, uh, when I do end up retiring, or when I feel like, you know what, he has worked so hard, I'm gonna present you with my mat, and you take on this mantle. But yes, my long term is that I want to keep doing this until I feel like, you know what, my flame is just dwindling out. It's time for this young generation to just pass on. But I want to just like keep on teaching, showing other guys the lucha style, and then maybe start up a wrestling school, or partner up with Frank and help these other guys train and show them that wrestling is more fun than they think.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's beautiful. I think the thing that stuck out to me, and I hope the viewers see it too, again, is that chivalrous. Like most people say, "Oh, the WWE," or "I want to win a championship." You sat there and said you want to go as long as you can and pass it on. That to me that just embodies the entirety of what lucha libre stands for. So it's awesome to see that, how genuine it is for you, and that's, to me, that sells the product. When you sit there and you mean it and you believe it, I'll people are going to cheer when they're louder because, hey, that's the guy. He walks the walk, talks the talk. He's not here necessarily to win championships. He's here to build a legacy and hand it off to the next generation. And honestly, when people act like that, good things are going to come. People are going to want to do things for you because of that character and that humbleness. So don't ever change that, brother. I know you won't, but that's pretty awesome,
Yeah.
dude.
Like, I would say this that my major goal is to join up with everyone who's part of the NWA Texas, like Frank Stone, Queens, two of our graduates, Hershey J, Ivy Red. I want to be part of uh, that elite group because like when someone says the sky with Mysticin N.W.A. Texas, that right there is my goal right there. Second goal for that is also to go to Japan. I'm not trying to go to New Japan or anything like that. It's like I want to go to like the smaller companies and build myself up like Dragon Gate Wrestling, Pro Wrestling Noah, DDT, like like even the small indie Japanese wrestling companies. It's like I just want to just go over there and just like learn uh the style of Japanese and pass on what from I learn on to the other uh for the other team.
Yeah, no, I think that's pretty cool. I mean, again, that's another culture steeped in that deep history, honor. Um, so I mean that would fit right with your entire persona. I mean, that'd be cool. Um, All right, we're going to get into the rapid fire questions here. These are the questions my 6-year-old daughter wanted me to ask you. So
Oh,
they
shoot.
might. So yeah, she's a massive wrestling fan. Most of the videos on the channel are me and her running around looking for wrestling action figures. She doesn't have to, as a 6-year-old, she doesn't have the patience to sit still and do a an hour long podcast. Um, Question number one from Anastasia: Why did you want to be a luchador?
Uh Rey Mysterio basically inspired me when I saw him wrestle. So that was the guy who got me clicked on to wrestling, especially with the mask that he wore. Each mask that he's worn is phenomenal, especially the 1997 Halloween Havoc. That gear right there in that match inspired me to become a wrestler.
That's cool, man. um, Yeah, and I mean, you just answered the second question with that one too. Do you have a? Did she? She wants to know. Do you have a favorite movie?
A favorite movie? Oh, well, since I'm a Star Wars guy, it would have to be Revenge of the Sith.
Really?
Yes.
So I like Revenge of the Sith. Um, Also, the Phantom Menace for some reason has a soft. I have a soft spot for. I think it's because of the era. Out of all the Star Wars films, 4, 5, and 6 look the same.
Yeah.
Two and 3 look the same. One does not look the same. It's got that late, 1999, 2000s look to it before the big
Yeah.
jump to all the effects.
Yeah. Like when you see it, I'm like, yeah, like the way how you explain it, it's just like, wow. It's like I see like the mixes of like 2019, 90s. I'm like, huh, I can see it like that. But like you said, it's like two, three are the same, and then four, five, and six are the same. I'm like, huh, I never thought of it that way until I'm like, huh.
Yeah, now number one is the most different looking than the rest. Um, what do you do for fun when you're not wrestling?
I basically draw wrestling math. I draw wrestling math and actually wrestling gear, and I do have a Instagram account where I do designs, and I don't know how many times I have to keep telling people it's like I only draw the gear, I don't make them. But
Yep.
yeah, I do draw up the gears, and I have like a couple people who worn the design to this day, and I'm like I'm so happy because they see not only just my wrestling talent, but they also see like my artistic view of wrestling mask, and that's what actually helped me most of all, especially watching the Not Libre movie. Like when he's all drawing up the mask and everything, I'm like that's what basically inspired me to like start drawing more of my stuff, especially my mask. Each and every one of my masks is like coming from inspirations from superheroes, from movies, and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, I mean it's impressive. I mean, a lot of people can't draw or can design, so it's pretty sick that you have the ability to be able to do that.
If I'm
Um,
not if I'm not doing that, either that or I'm swinging my lightsaber around.
yep, yep. Hey, dude.
Oh, what kind of lightsaber is that one?
It's an older model from like it's not Theory Saber. It was oh Saber Forge, I think, from a couple of years ago.
Yeah, those
Uh,
were some good lightsabers during the time.
yeah, no, no, they're badass. I want to get a Theory Saber, but I'm too busy right now putting money into the channel and stuff like that. Um,
Uh, I understand that part.
yeah. She wants to know, would you rather be a heel or a baby face?
Well, I could go either way. It's like I've played a heel, but a lot of people say it's like you as a heel. I don't see it. Like you're just too nice. But when they see me as a babyface, they're like, "This is actually you." But if I had my choice, I would probably say babyface.
Cool. What's scarier, promos or taking a bump?
Promos, promos
Yeah,
for me.
yeah.
Bumps for me is no problem. Back then, I'll take bumps with no issues. But now, since like I'm 30, uh, I have to be very careful. But with promos, like sometimes like I'll either stutter or freeze or forget my line. It's just especially when you have to go out there in the crowd and you're like, "Oh, crap, like, what was I supposed to say next?"
Yeah. No, I mean, for a guy that runs a podcast, I'll tell you, I hate public speaking, like in front of crowds. I don't mind being a goofball and cracking jokes and doing that stuff, but like talking about something serious to a crowd, or a group of people, I have this fear of not wanting to look stupid. Um,
Yeah,
and at work, I'm a manager at my job, so like I got some authority, and you don't want to be the authoritative figure that absolutely looks like a jackass. So I understand what you're talking about there. Um,
yeah.
yeah. So wrapping it up, hey man, do you have any message for your supporters or for the guys watching this?
For supporters, thank you for looking at this gentleman's podcast right here. This guy has been nothing but kind to me, and for the people who are basically trying to live up the dream of becoming a wrestler or anything else, don't let anyone else try pushing you away or try pushing you away towards that dream or telling you what you can or cannot do. It's you who can do it. and no one else.
Beautiful. Where can people find you, buddy?
You can find me on at my Instagram at Mysticin99. Um, if any case, I will also put my other link for my other Instagram account for what I call Mystic Customs, which are where I draw my masks and everything. And you can also follow me there. If you are a guy who needs a design for wrestling gear or wrestling mask, feel free to uh message me right there. And I do not charge at all.
Yeah,
I
per
just do it.
dude.
I
Do
do
it
it
for the
because I
love of the
love.
game.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, no, send me those links. I'll put them in the description for sure. Um, anything coming up that you want to promote? Are you going to be somewhere people can watch?
Yes, we have our next show coming up pretty soon. I will also put that on my page so you can all get the information. But if you're in the El Paso area, feel free to also follow the Nation of Wrestling and also the Nation of Wrestling Academy. If you also are thinking of joining the wrestling, feel free to follow us right there at the Nation of Wrestling Academy or Nation of Wrestling itself.
Beautiful, beautiful, Mr. Ken. I appreciate you coming on, brother. I'll be following you. I'm gonna follow all your social media. This has been fantastic. I've been geeking out since Frank said that. Oh, I'll ask him if he wants. I'm like, yes, a luchador. Yes, it's just the coolest thing ever, man. So thank you
No,
so
thank
much.
you. No, thank you again so much, bro, because uh, to get to explain everything about me and then about the culture and everything else, especially get to know you, it's been my honor to talk with you. And also, thank you for inviting me to this podcast. And it has been so much fun to talk about everything, and it has been really fun.
No, absolutely, brother. Anytime you want to hop on, you're more than welcome. So, all right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
Heavy at the wood chop, hop, hop. Heavy at the wood chop, hop, hop. Heavy at the wood chop, hop, hop. Turn me up. No wrestling, we crash the ring. Hit so hard, make the whole crow sing. Fly off top, yeah, we bring that pain. No gang here, we don't play no game. Boom, 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 boom. Like, subscribe, hit that bell right now. We done a wave and we run this town. Thanks for watching, we'll see you again. No brace, allow me to tell